Welcome to Geek Speak Live.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Someone said high energy. Couldn't get high energy up tonight. We've been bopping along a bit. Was it?
I got lost.
But was it? Who's the band?
Company of Strangers.
Company of Strangers.
It's James Rain and Daryl Braithwaite.
Daryl Braithwaite.
Singing their asses
And
off.
some third guy that none of us here can remember who's part of the band.
So, great.
It's not Dickie Nee, is it?
No, well, it's just a little... I was thinking about including that for the next season, next year.
Hello, Tony, down in Brisbane. Tony said, can't stay tonight, have a good show. Tony, hopefully you caught that shout out. Mate, have a great day on Sunday. Now, Tony is heading along. He'll be there at the Comic Swap Meet at Comics Plus Annalee. There used to be Ace Comics and Games. They're now under new ownership and rebranded, and they're doing a comic swap. If you're in Brisbane on Sunday, head along. It's a lot of people rock up and bring like excess comics they want to sell off. They do a lot, like a table. You rent
Action
table space.
figures?
Yeah, they sell all types of stuff.
Ooh.
And then it's just a swap meet for
Sunday,
comics.
you say?
Sunday. Come on down, Comics Plus. So Glenn at Comics Plus. He'll be there. He's got a store-wide sale on as well. But you'll see guys like Tony's going to have a table space there. He'll be selling off some awesome books. So make sure you go along. And if you see Tony there, Comics Empire, say g'day from the crew at Geek Speak. So
Yeah.
there you go.
You're going to do the introduction for the show?
I'm Todd Bailey, and my co-hostess with the mostest tonight, Mr. Wade
Copson
Copson.
and the Pots and Pans.
Everyone knows who we are. I don't know why I have to do the introduction every week.
Here at Kaboom Comics.
www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com. Your home for all things geeky here in Toowoomba.
What's the street address of Kaboom Comics?
345A Ruthven Street, Toowoomba,
Right.
here in the CBD.
Is that correct?
That is correct.
We have
yeah.
we
My
have the
posties off camera, and he's nodding, going, "Yeah, you got that one
Yes,
right."
that is for a change.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, the season finale. Now, we are going to
Yes.
be back. We're sizzling it now, gents. Throw it on the Barbie. Give it a bit of a sizzle. Did you just lose? Did you get a hole in you? Did you lose air or what?
Sorry.
That's not a barbecue sizzle. Anyway.
You gotta blow into this valve.
Anyway, we will do a Christmas special just before Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
I'm telling you.
Okay. There's no discussion.
There's no discussion.
It's a dictatorship.
Yeah, that's right. You take that, Tater. Anyway, that's what we're doing. This is the season finale for the regular season, because I tell you what, coming up, November is busy. We've got Christmas work parties on.
Yep.
We've got friggin' end of year stuff. Retail starts to go crazy leading into December, and so we said we'll do a show in December as a bit of a Christmas special.
As a sayonara?
Sayonara. Haha.
Don't do that. You'll get us cancelled.
I just think about MASH, and they used to all that stuff in MASH.
Well, yeah. When was that? That wasn't 2021, was it?
Reese said no music, it's a silent movie. That's because we're not allowed to play the music on here, Reese. We get pinged for copyright infringement through Facebook.
Yeah.
And YouTube will do it as well
They
if
will.
we play more than, how many seconds of a song?
Well, they keep on saying 4 seconds, but that's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's not 4 seconds.
It's bullshit!
I had it at work today where they said, no, don't use more than 4 seconds. I'm like, that's bullshit. It's not 4 seconds. Whoever come up with this copyright, it's like 10,000 steps on the pedometer thing.
Which is
It's
complete and utter bullshit. It was made by the Japanese company who were making the pedometers at the time. Someone said, so what's the day? How many steps you meant to do in a day? And they just went, 10,000? And it's stuck. It's become this thing where everyone goes, you got to walk 10,000 steps minimum a day for health. And it's like, no, you don't. It's bullshit. It's bullshit!
Yes.
Ian says, it's not Facebook. They're called Meta now. That's right. That's the big announcement, isn't it?
Well, see, the thing is, it's still called Facebook, but the company that owns Facebook is called Meta.
Yeah, because it's always been Facebook. Everyone refers to it as Facebook owns Facebook, Instagram, and is it WhatsApp?
WhatsApp, yeah.
Right now, it'll be Meta owns Facebook, WhatsApp, and so I don't know whether.
Did you just say What's Cramp? That's another app you can get called What's Cramp.
Zuckerberg.
You're like, what's that?
Copyright Todd Bailey 2021. Mark Zuckerberg, get your greedy fingers off it. You're not allowed to have it.
But I see today that he did the big press announcement. They're going to go into augmented reality.
Yeah, AVVR, and I tell you what, the piss has been pulled out of.
Oh, really?
Because
he was in a VR area.
Tech industry experts on Twitter and that have just pulled the piss out of Mark Zuckerberg all day, and the whole Meta renaming and everything else.
Hey, if I had the amount of money money that he has, you can pull a piss out of it too.
I'll sleep comfortable on a mattress full of money, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yes,
Reese said, "Damn, was just down there for 3 days in hospital with my knee. Where was that, Ian? Where were you down there?
Down in
Brisbane.
Annerley or down in Brisbane.
Oh, damn! Well, you missed it. It's not until Sunday anyway. What? Reese said it's the first 50 dates of Geek Speak.
What?
Have you ever watched that movie?
Reese, stop drinking. Put it down.
Yeah, you shouldn't be drinking. I'll drink for us.
See, the problem is he's in New South Wales, isn't he?
See, New South Welshmen can't handle their booze.
Yeah, they can't handle much.
Yeah.
Have you seen their state?
Yeah, it's not a good state. Hello to Scott and Laura as well. Now I do
Hey,
believe
dude, happy birthday.
is it Scott's birthday? Was it
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Happy birthday, Scott. Hope you had a fantastic birthday from the crew here at Geek Speak. And hopefully your lovely lady spoilt you rotten. Laura said extended cut. Extended cut of what, Laura? Of us dancing before the show?
No. She was listening to the extended cut of the intro music. Yes,
Oh,
it's the extended cut.
yeah. What's that, second week we've done it?
Yeah.
Second, do you like it?
Well, I mean...
Do you like it at home? Has that been working for you?
See, I figured we put that up. You can see us. You can see that we're about to go on.
Do people really want to see us?
I don't know,
before the show?
dude, but it's kind of like seeing into the green room before you go...
It's usually you and me putting shirts on and you going, dude, you spilled something, and me going, do it again, do it again.
What, spill it? Spill it. Just rub their foot. Oh, we're going to go to hell.
We're going to hell.
Thank God this is the season finale because we're talking a lot of rubbish.
It's been a long week. I actually said to my wife, I think it was Wednesday night, we had to go do a few things, and downtown was packed. CBD, after hours, could not get a park anywhere.
Yeah.
And I said to the wife, is it fucking Thursday? You know, what day is it? She goes, it's only Wednesday, honey.
And people aren't Christmas shopping yet.
No. But not only that, like, I've had customers come in on, like, Wednesday going, God, it feels like a Friday. It's one of those weeks, everyone's just kind of gone...
I'm really over this week and I'm really glad.
Do you know Brisbane people had a holiday today?
Yeah,
You tell them, Ginge, you tell them. Anyone who was in Brisbane, they got a delayed show holiday.
They did because the Ekka wasn't on.
Yeah, but what really bugs me is I've got Brisbane suppliers who I'd ring and they go, oh, now listen, by the way, you won't be open on Friday, will you? Blah, 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 like us. And I went, excuse me? And they're like, oh, well, it's show holiday. I'm like, for you, we're not part of Brisbane, thanks. We're a separate
That's like ringing Melbourne and saying, you won't be open today, will you? Why?
Because there's a holiday in Brisbane.
up here.
They think the world revolves around them down there.
So I think Melbourne thinks the world revolves around them too.
I know, we've got Melbourne Cup next week.
Yeah.
Do you ever punt on the ponies, Jim?
No.
Don't do a little punter on the ponies?
And you know what? If I ever had the ability to go back in time, I'd be buggered trying to put money on any horse to win $1 billion.
You can't remember which one?
I can't remember. All I can remember is maybe put your money on Winx.
Winx? Yeah, Winx.
Maybe.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I can remember.
So you'd need, like, Back to the Future, you need the almanac.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I might be actually able to earn some money.
Now, you know what the best bet would be? Just to put your money into Facebook shares.
Wow.
And Google.
Or Apple.
And Apple. There's your three top ones. Facebook,
Bitcoin.
Google, and Apple. Meta. Meta. Mark
Allegedly.
Zuckerberg's off camera with a gun to our producer's head.
Yeah.
He's miming at us going, Meta.
What? We're hoping if we mention it more times, the algorithm will kick in and boost us up the top of the chart.
Meta. We love We've got a Clerks trailer to play. Thank you, Ian, for putting us onto it, by the way. That's coming up later in the show. We're also going to play the trailer to Buzz
Yes.
Lightyear. Now, at first, when I said we're going to play the trailer to Buzz, no, this is not a sexual...
What? What?
It's not an adult film. I actually got to crack a joke today.
Oh,
So I'm
God.
really- 'cause we were talking
A
about-
joke?
A joke.
Are you
We're-
proud of yourself?
I was a little bit.
Oh, God.
We were talking about the Toy Story movies, right?
Yes.
And I said I was always disappointed that the Toy Story movies never...
I don't know if I
never
want
went to
this joke to go where it's
No,
going.
well, it's like, Andy's toys never got to meet Andy's mum's toys. Because you can imagine Buzz Lightyear meeting one of Andy's mum's toys. Hi, I'm Buzz Lightyear. I'm just called Buzz.
You know that there is an animated cartoon, like I think it's only a short film called Sex Toy Story.
What?
Yes.
How come I've never watched this, Jim?
Oh God. I can't
need to watch-
can't play it during the show.
I need to watch this.
Yes. Maybe we should play a trailer, and I should play that trailer
For me.
Well,
Have you got a trailer? Should we do Buzz Lightyear?
we can do Buzz Lightyear the trailer.
Check it out, folks. Tell us what you think.
Oh, if I can find it.
If
Oh,
you can
God.
find it. Hang on. Why? Like, set you up. Here you go. Buzz Lightyear.
You know it's only called Lightyear.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Play the trailer.
Vital, go. Okay, go flight.
Cabin pressurization is underway.
As we prepare for ignition. Flight recorders are on. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have liftoff.
Waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. His road is not the mountains always want. Let the children to rest. Let the children use them. Let all the children boogie.
To infinity
And
There you go. I like it. I like the look of it.
Why? Why have they taken Tim Allen away from Buzz Lightyear?
Ah, do you not get
Why?
the whole story?
Why?
Do you not get the whole story?
I know the story, but it's bullshit. It's a bullshit story.
No, it's not.
It's a bullshit story.
Tim Allen voices.
All right,
the toy.
Disney,
Right.
tell me
Right.
why.
Hang
Tell
on,
me,
I'm not
Disney.
getting paid from the House of Mouse.
All right,
I swear.
Disney.
Right. Tim. I'm about to say Tim Burton. Tim Allen was voicing Buzz the toy.
Yes.
Buzz Lightyear the toy. Now the toy is based on a blockbuster movie in a fictional universe, right? That Andy would have gone along to see and gone, oh, I love that. Can I get the toy from the thing, right?
Right.
What they're making here is that movie that Andy would have gone and seen. Right? So Tim Allen isn't going to be the same voice as the guy. You've bought toys that have the little pull-out string before, and
Yeah.
it sounds nothing like the actor.
Yeah, but at least the actual toy in real life is old mate's brother that's voicing the toy.
Frank Stallone.
No, yeah. But Tom Hanks' brother voices the actual. There's a snake in my boot. That's his brother voicing in the
For
toy.
real?
That's his brother.
That's cool.
Because
I like
Tom's too busy doing actual movies. But why couldn't, if they didn't want to get Tim Allen, they get Tim Allen's brother?
Does Tim Allen even have a brother?
Why does Chris Evans need to be in every movie Disney do?
He's the hot thing right now. That's what he is. Hello, Sean, who's just tuned in, by the way. G'day,
Hey.
Sean. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Sean can tell us. Does Tim Allen have a brother, Sean? Can you tell us? You might be able to look it up and let us know. I doubt he has a brother.
Well-
What if he has a sister? A really butch sister who can...
I would accept that more than I accept Chris Evans.
This is my sister Gladys. Yes, hello.
To infinity
and beyond. You know? I don't think it would sell as many toys, Ginge.
Well, maybe, but then they forget the fact that Tim Allen also voiced the cartoon of Buzz Lightyear in the Space Rangers.
Reese has gone, why is Chris Evans in everything? It's because he's a
Yes.
hunky beefcake.
Oh,
So there you go.
Really?
Reese, you need to get out more.
Reese, you've got bad taste in men.
Scott reckons it's because he reckons Tim Allen's been fired because of the whole political stuff.
Yes,
Tim Allen's
yes.
very much a conservative. He voted Republican.
Yes,
He's on the outer in Hollywood a bit.
He is.
And saying that, have you ever watched Last Man Standing? Tim Allen's.
I've seen bits of it, yeah.
Mate, we've got it on. It's on Disney Plus at the moment. The wife and I have been watching it. It's great popcorn TV. I actually thoroughly friggin' enjoy it. It's got oh shit, what's her name?
Is her name Nancy?
Nancy Travers.
She's a great actress.
She's fantastic. She plays his wife.
Remember she was in the movie So I Married an Axe Murderer?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
Mike Myers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, what the fuck has Mike Myers done nowadays?
I guess he's just sitting on his cash from Austin Powers.
Oh, he hasn't done Shrek.
Well,
He
yeah.
voiced Shrek, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's done nothing. I'm looking off screen here. Has he done anything lately? No.
No,
No, doesn't. No.
He's played. Didn't he play a character in a Tarantino movie?
Did he?
He was in the World War II one.
Inglourious Bastards.
I think he was.
Really?
Yeah, he's playing an English sort of.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I like him. Have you ever watched Studio 54?
No.
Have you never watched Studio 54?
No.
That's your homework on the weekend. Go watch Studio 54. It's a great movie.
To what? After I watch Goonies or before I watch Goonies?
Watch it before you...
Probably shouldn't put that
Why are you
finger
doing
up.
that finger? God, it's gotten rude here tonight at Geek Speak Live for the series finale.
Hey, it's the unrated.
Reese said, what if they just got Adam Sandler to play Tim Allen's sister? Have you ever watched that movie, that Adam Sandler movie?
Was it Jack and Jill?
It is shit. I like Adam Sandler as an actor. I love his comedies most times, but that movie is absolute poop.
Sean just said Tim Allen's got 4 brothers and a sister.
So he's got choices. He could have anyone voice his action figure.
Yeah.
Did Tom Hanks get to pick his brother? Did he go, my brother should do it?
he just said, I'm too busy. You should get my brother to do the voice. So his brother's got a job for life?
His brother, I think I might have mentioned it months ago when I watched the making of, about the making of Forrest Gump. And the scenes where you see him running across America, most of those scenes from the back on, like where you don't see his face.
So that's his stand-in.
That's Tom
That's his
Hanks. No,
brother.
it's Tom Hanks' brother.
So is he standing?
Yeah, they flew him around. He said, well, just fly him around because
Right.
it's cheaper. What's he done lately? Thank you.
Some information from offstage?
He's done a movie called Terminal. He was in... I haven't seen
that
it.
was a good movie. Terminal was a really good movie.
Mike Myers is in that.
Margot Robbie's in it.
Oh, really? I haven't watched that.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody. He plays Ray Foster in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, that's right. He plays the
He plays Austin Powers and Dr. Evil in Space Jam: A New Legacy, but it's archival footage apparently. And he's in an untitled O. Russell project. David O. Russell project, which is in post-production at the moment. It's untitled.
Interesting.
Supermensch, The Legend of Shep Gordon, he played himself. That was a documentary. And Being Canadian Sometimes, played himself. It's a documentary as well.
Okay.
He's done his last major role that wasn't a documentary was Shrek Forever After back in 2010. So he's done Sweet F All. Thank you, by the way, for that, Dan.
Was Inglourious Bastards in there?
It didn't pop up. Did not pop up.
Is it because he's in makeup that they don't understand?
No, they have to give him a credit in it. He'd still be credited.
Well,
That's his wiki credit.
well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. He was
Well,
in Inglourious Bastards. What year was that?
Not on the list you just showed me. Where was that? That was well, no wonder. It's 2009 Inglourious
Holy
Bastards came out.
shit, man!
That's
really?
how old that film is. I went
Holy
back as far back as 2010.
Right.
Because to
Double-
me, that's what's that? That's 11 years.
Yeah, wow.
He's done fuck all in 11 years.
But maybe he doesn't need to.
Maybe
right?
he's super wealthy.
Well, you wouldn't come to work if you didn't need
There
to.
you go.
would
My lovely wife's at home. She just said Mike Myers was recently Bohemian Rhapsody and upcoming Austin Powers 4.
Cool.
They're doing another Austin Powers.
I had heard whispers that he was trying to get it up.
Do you want to do the music? Groovy, baby, yeah. My brother Kent reminds me of Austin Powers so many times with the way he says certain things.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like an R-rated Austin Powers.
Right.
Austin Powers. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, Austin Powers.
Oh my God.
It's been a long week.
I think you need to stop drinking. Full stop. Not just now. Forever.
You know, I've killed too much of this off.
Forever.
Anyway, what else you got? What do you got for us this week?
Well,
You were going to pose a question to our fans.
I was. Since it's getting closer to Halloween, I wanted to know what your favourite horror/Halloween movie was.
Do you have a favourite horror movie?
I'm not entirely sure.
You don't do horror.
Well, I don't really do horror. No.
Oh, you don't, do you?
I like psychological horror,
Do you?
but not blood.
You don't,
and guts
you don't
type.
do gore, do you? You don't
Well,
like
no.
blood and bone and...
But I go to the movies to be entertained. I don't find that entertaining.
Oh, I do.
like
I laugh.
like
I
cutting
laugh
up
at it.
people and cutting up babies and stuff. Do you get entertained by that?
I feel like this is a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
So let us know down. All right, Risa said Labyrinth.
Okay. He also said Hubie Halloween.
Sean said Die Hard.
What? This come up in my Twitter feed
How
today.
can Die Hard be a?
People are debating that Die Hard is not, everyone it comes up at Christmas. Everyone goes, Die Hard's a Christmas
Well,
movie.
it was based
But
in-
apparently, for some reason, people are going, no, it's actually Halloween. I don't get it.
Risa just said, "Isn't that a Christmas movie?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Hello, John, who's tuned in and is watching. Sean, elaborate. Why do you say Die Hard? Are you pulling the piss because of what was on Twitter, or what? I don't know.
Scott just said Halloween, the original, The Thing, and Laura just said new favourite, Nightmare.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Have you never watched that?
I've never watched the original. No.
Laura, is that the original you just watched, Laura? Because I grew up watching that with two older brothers.
Sean just says it's as much as a Christmas movie as a horror movie.
Oh no!
Really? You think-
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Die Hard, you cannot argue Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
I don't.
It is.
It's not horror.
No. What he's saying is, though, the argument is that I can say it's a Halloween movie because it's not really a Christmas movie either. And because everyone's like, no, there's a debate comes up every Christmas. Die Hard is a Christmas movie, and people go, no, it's not. And it's like, yes, it is.
Well, if the movie is set in that time of the year that Christmas is set,
Yeah.
it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Was another movie recently that we were saying is going to become a Christmas movie because it's got a big chunk of Christmas in it.
I don't know, but Home Alone is a Christmas
Home Alone's
movie.
a Christmas movie.
Obviously.
No, there's another movie that we were talking about recently because there's a chunk of it set at Christmas time. It's like the new Hawkeye series that's
TV
coming
show.
out. It's based at Christmas.
Yeah.
Right?
So the thing is, you'll come back and rewatch it every Christmas.
Every Christmas. Yep.
See, they're thinking.
We watched an episode of New Girl the other day, and it will now be one we'll play every Christmas.
Right.
Ted Lasso. There was a great episode of Ted Lasso that was based at Christmas, and I said to Danny, "That's going to be one we will play every year at Christmas time."
Right.
Yeah. You haven't watched Ted Lasso yet,
No.
have you? Oh my God! So many people that I have spoken to and said you got to watch Ted Lasso have come back to me within the last week going, "Oh my fucking God, Ted Lasso's amazing." I'm like, preach to the choir. Told you all. And Sean's sitting at home, I bet he's going to type it too. Like, I fucking told you ages ago, Bailey, to watch it.
Yeah,
Tip of the hat, Sean.
he goes, I hate these freaking people that jump on the train at the end, but they pretend like they're the conductor, they were the first to ever find it.
I know, but I have used my limited influence at Kaboom to tell people, and I say limited in that way. And seriously, so many customers have come back and gone, you told us to watch Ted Lasso, you were right, we really loved it. Even got the parents-in-law to binge season 1 last weekend, and they loved it.
You were mentioning the new girl with old Zoe Deschanel.
Yep.
Did you see that
Did
she
you say
was...
Zoe or Zooey? Because it's actually spelled Zooey.
Well, it's Z-O-O.
Yeah.
No, it's Zoe. Come on. Why would it be Zooey?
Well, how else do you put it?
Well, how else would you say it? Zoe!
I dare you, if she's ever at a convention, to walk up and go, ladies and gentlemen,
Well, God damn it!
Deschanel. I dare you.
Really?
Put that in the Geek Speak vault. He has to do it if she's ever at a convention.
But did you see that old Joss Whedon wanted her to
So
play...
many people fuck that up. They always go Josh.
No,
And
it's Joss.
I used to let it slide, and nowadays I'm an old grumpy man. I'll be like, no, it's wrong. It's Josh. I fucked it up.
But see, he wanted her to play the Wasp in the Ant-Man Avengers movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I do like her. I do like her a lot. Sean has said, Ginge, what's your Zooey number?
What? Hang on, what?
Ted Lasso is the best show in years. Sean, absolutely right. And thank you so much. He was the one who got me onto it.
Interesting.
So there you go. Listen to him. He watches a lot of cool stuff.
Can I show you something cool that I want to buy?
As long as you keep your pants on, we're all good.
I want someone to buy this for me for Christmas. There's a couple things I'm showing that are potential Christmas presents. All right. The first one is something that will be released, but it's not released in stores. You have to get on the website and bid on it, just like
I know what you're talking about.
It's just like a Kickstarter.
This is Hasbro, isn't it?
Hasbro have released their own version of Kickstarter.
Yep.
And they're releasing this project.
Go on, show the punters at home.
We can talk about it while it's playing.
Yep.
For the first time ever, a Ghostbusters Proton Pack.
Oh.
So what they're saying is they've actually went and scanned the Proton Pack they used in the latest movie,
Actual
Ghostbusters
props,
Afterlife.
yep.
They've actually scanned it in 3D and are replicating all of it. They've even made it so that you can open up the prop and look at the insides, like the engine
How
and
cool is
everything
that?
inside it. But I'm a little bit concerned that, there's... it looks cool, hopefully. And
So-
hopefully it's going to sound just like the original.
My biggest issue is with this, right? You've obviously got more picture there to show, but my biggest concern with this is why does a company like Hasbro, who make tons of toys worldwide, why are they crowdfunding
And it's interesting that they have to have 7,000 orders for this.
before they'll go into production?
Yeah, and
Why? Why is a major company relying on crowdfunding? This comes up when comic companies have done it as well. Now, Archie 2 years ago copped a lot of flack. They were going to crowdfund a new series through Archie Comics, right? And the backlash was so strong they had to actually pull the
What?
campaign. Yeah. They ditched it. They said, sorry, we'll end up bringing the book out ourselves, blah, blah, blah. Right? Now, Todd McFarlane has also crowdfunded for certain action figures. Mark Silvestri just crowdfunded a new collection for the Darkness because next year's the 25th anniversary.
Which would be good to see, though.
Yeah, yeah. But everyone's going. I mean, okay, it might be slightly different with say Todd McFarlane or Mark Silvestri. They're not major part. They're not DC or Marvel.
Well, it's interesting that those products are already being created. There's already the artwork's already been done.
Yeah, but Todd McFarlane done it with an action figure at the time. It was a Spawn. It was a limited. It was like a re-release of the first Spawn action figure.
Yep.
But they tweaked it. They put all new packaging, different things. They put bonus things in there and everything else. But everyone, even then, people were saying, "You're Todd McFarlane. You don't need to crowdfund, right?" And there's this divide. There's this ongoing debate in circles, in creative circles. Should big companies be allowed to use Indiegogo, Kickstarter, things like that? Because there's gaming companies, who do the miniatures and do board games and that.
Yep.
Every game now they just crowdfund. Right now, it takes a lot of the risk away from them.
It does.
Like, well, we don't have to try and manufacture 30,000 units and hope we sell them.
Yes.
We've already got pre-orders for 20,000, and we might do an extra 5,000 for a retail to put out to retailers, right? So their risk is lessened. I get that. That's smart money. But these platforms weren't designed for that. They were designed for independent creators to go, hey, I've got a cool idea. It's not commercially viable at the big boys. I still want to bring it out. Would you like to read it, see it, play it, whatever else? And that's what crowdfunding was about. Now, what do you feel personally, Jim, yourself?
Look, the thing with this is you have to buy it up front and you won't get it until next year, right?
It's a big outlay.
It's $400 American.
US. Right? That's before shipping.
Yes.
Right, because shipping to Australia at the moment, cut off an arm or a leg, you're going to give up one of them to get it over here.
And my history with Kickstarter is up to shit.
Yeah.
Right? Because
you've backed a number of things that have just have disappeared.
I backed a drone which looked amazing, right?
Did you pay up front for that?
I paid up front for that. I've never gotten that.
How much?
It was like
whisper in here.
Well, it was there was a 2 and there was a couple zeros.
Really? And you've never gotten anything from it?
And see, the thing is, the video that I saw promoting this product, you actually saw the drone and you actually saw it flying. You saw this, you saw that, right? In the years since that came out,
how many years?
It's been at least 5 years. Yeah. In the history, they made $1 million on that, and they had companies like Target and Kmart buy into the drone as well, and they never got them as well. So the thing is, you saw the product, right? What I'm seeing here is, which was all bullshit. They had never actually built it.
What were you seeing in the video?
You were seeing a prototype. But the shots of it flying around were shots from another drone flying around.
That's misleading.
They never had the actual drone, and it's much like this with the Ghostbusters Proton Pack.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you've been hoodwinked.
Yes.
He's been hoodwinked.
There's a whole group on Facebook with all of us on there going, we're never getting our fucking money. We're never getting the drone.
Can you not request a refund?
That's too long. It's too long.
No,
it's too long.
I know in comic with crowdfunding things for comics, people have years down the track gone, I want a refund, and they've had to refund it.
No, the company's been disbanded. So
my God,
yeah,
Ginge.
they took the money and run. But the same thing was this.
You got used like a hooker in the night, Ginge.
They took my money and just left me crying in the gutter. Yes, I've felt like that a few times in my life, right?
Most recently last week.
The same thing happens with this, right? If you look at that commercial, they don't have an actual product. They've only scanned it. Those shots are all 3D or it's out of the movie. They don't have an actual object.
That you're prepaying for nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've not outlaid anything for any molds or injections or prototypes.
I'm Scottish, right? So I'm too tight. I can't do that unless you show me a proper product and I can actually go into a shop and look at it. I'm not going to back it.
I would love it, like the comic stuff that we've seen where people have actually created the comic and they use Kickstarter as a distribution method. Yep, I'm all for it.
But that's not what they're doing. Well, Jake actually just said they've been doing that. Hasbro have been doing that a lot with their Marvel Legends, the Sentinel and Galactus figures, right?
Okay.
I think they got the idea from Mattel doing it for the Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull a few years back.
Okay.
Hi, Jake, by the way.
Hey,
Tune in. Reese said, you're kidding. I thought they would be pulling in the dough on that fluid gender apolitical feminist bar. Oh, hang on. That's talking about a doco about to show you Hasbro is barely holding in there. Different subject. But yes, I do know there's multiple toys where Hasbro are going, here's a cool action figure, like a big, those big galactic characters, available only through HasLab and only through Kickstarting or something, or whatever platform they use.
I do like that we're now seeing things we probably wouldn't have seen under normal circumstances, but
it's like the whole Substack deal in comics, right? We've just lost a bunch of A-list, well, when I say A-list creators, writers, right? Because artists don't factor into these deals, right? This is a sticking point, a sore point with a lot of artists in comics at the moment, right? So Substack, which is like a digital newsletter type format, which is really popular with, so say, script writers, book writers will release brand new chapters through their Substack. So you subscribe to your favourite writer's Substack each month, and then you'll get exclusive first look at chapters, you'll get exclusive short stories, things like that. So they came after comic creators. They said, we want to get into the comic market, right? So they tapped, Nick Spencer was one of the first ones. Again, the guy who was writing Amazing Spider-Man and all that over at Marvel. And they tapped him. He left his run on Amazing Spider-Man a little bit early and went, I'm out, I'm going over Substack. And what they do is they've then got guys like Scott Snyder, not Zack Snyder, Scott Snyder.
I was about to go, I know who I'm subscribing to later on.
Scott Snyder. They've lost, there's a whole bunch, James Tinian's going across to do stuff there. So a lot of big name comic writers have gone, we're going across to this Substack deal. Now Substack is digital only, right? You get it landed in your box.
Right.
What they're doing is, and the deal with Substack was, we'll pay these writers money. You sort out the artist yourself. The artist is an afterthought, right? So artists are sitting there at the moment going, what the fuck are we, chopped liver? We're not part of these deals. So like a top writer like Scott Snyder could turn around to an absolute C-list artist and go, hey, you in Brazil, I will pay you this much to illustrate this story for me. Right? And that's what's got artists up in arms. They're like, fucking, So, that's what it's like that kind of thing. It's this new, and everyone's kind of going, this is the new this is the hot thing. And it's the same with all these companies doing these Kickstarter backers. This is the new distribution model. This is the future, you know?
Are
you going to back it? Are you going to give money to this thing?
No, I can't.
You've learnt your lesson?
I can't. Look,
is it you financially, you're like, no, I can't afford that, or he's like, no, I've been burnt in the past?
See, the problem is, somewhere in the history, I've lost my Ghostbusters products. You know, I've lost the pack, and I've lost the trap, and I've lost the goggles.
No, have you lost all three?
Yeah.
How did you lose all three?
I've got the PKE, but I don't have the goggles and I don't have the trap.
What happened to the trap? We used that on a podcast a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Who did you lend it to? You give me their names and numbers, I will track them down.
Look, I'm just saying that
if you're watching this show and you've got the big fella's gear, I'm after you.
So look.
That's as convincing as I'm going to get, by the way, buddy.
Really?
Yeah, that's about it.
And I'm like, you know what? I've got a 3D printer. I should have printed a backpack by now.
You should have.
Yeah, a proton backpack by now.
Reece said the only Kickstarters I've ever seen really work have been board games. Yep, that's a huge thing, the board game market. Sean, if Sean's still there, he might be able to back me up. He's a big board gamer. Sean, you've probably done it yourself. You've backed some stuff on there, I'm assuming.
Don't forget your favourite Halloween/horror movie. Let us know down below.
Sean actually said Todd is always worried about your gear, Ginge.
Yeah,
Sean. Really, Sean? That's naughty.
You should hear when he talks about my undercarriage.
Reece said, Todd, it was you. Awkward. I did not borrow his stuff. I haven't dressed up as a Ghostbuster in years.
Not since this time last year.
Did I wear the Ghostbuster things last year?
Yeah,
I couldn't fit into the.
Because I watched the show. I watched the Halloween show from last year, and you went, you shrunk this uniform, this costume. Why did you shrink it?
I couldn't even do it up, right? And it's tight in the crotch. Well, stop giggling off screen. It was tight in the crotch. I'm sure you shrunk it.
Just the crotchal area.
Just the crotchal area. Is that what we're calling it?
No, the subcrotchal area.
Sean said one game took a few years to finally complete, but got here eventually. Do you not back a lot of them, Sean, or have you been scared off them a little bit? I know that a lot of miniature games. There's a lot of guys who will back, and we've got one of our customers here. They did a Conan miniature game.
Okay.
A few years back, right? And it took a while to get here, but when it got here, oh boy, it was a massive pack, like massive box. And I remember he was like really excited. He bought it in. He goes, check this out. And he opened it. And this is me because I'm not a gamer. And he opened it. And I went, well, they couldn't even paint them. They came unpainted. You got to paint them yourself. And he's like, that's the idea, dude. I went, oh, how much did you pay? And when he told me, I went, for unpainted miniatures. It was a huge army of Conan type universe characters and stuff. Huge.
Jake's just mentioned that Halloween movies, we've got to watch Hellfest.
Ooh.
He's giving away a few copies for Halloween this year. Dude, I got to go. No. I'm in Redcliffe next week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I should have been down there to
You just rock up at Jake's door and
trick or treat.
and take one look at you and go, you're not even trying, Ginge. You still got your Geek Speak shirt on.
I'm like, yeah, I'm a podcaster.
Look at me. I'm like Kevin Smith. Only better.
Whoa.
Controversial topic for the night. We're actually going to talk about Kevin Smith. Have you got the trailer there?
I do, but what are you going to say? You're better than Kevin Smith because you haven't reproduced the same thing 5 times?
Sean has said, change the types of games I play more so. The company I buy a lot of do a thing called P500. Pre-orders generate interest, but nothing's charged until the time to ship, and you can cancel up to that moment. Now that is an interesting concept. That would be better, where they don't actually take your money and keep it until the product's ready to ship.
Okay.
If HasLab did that, would you be more inclined to go, I'll commit to it, but I know I'm not going to pay for it until they hit their numbers? I mean, they will make their numbers on that.
Yeah, like today they made 58% of the amount that they need to make, and they've got like another month to do it.
Yeah.
So obviously they're going to do it. And yes, they've got it set up so that the money won't come out of your account until they go, yep, we're making it.
No, I hate Zing pop culture with a passion here in Australia. But I'm going to mention this, right?
Okay.
Did you know
You're going to get us cancelled?
with some of the HasLab stuff? Zing have actually offered here in Australia for some of the action figures, Marvel Legends, and the Star Wars stuff.
Yep.
They have gone. We like Zing, the company. EB Games have gone, we will buy so many of them to bring to Australia, and you pre-order it through your local Zing or Zing Online,
right?
And you can get it that way. So some of the, I know because we've got a couple of customers here who have done that with certain Hasbro limited edition stuff that they've done through the Kickstarter ones. So that you might need to keep an eye out on that to see if they do it and offer that, because your shipping will be greatly reduced if you don't have to ship it over here to your door.
And another thing, the guys have looked at it, the guys that are real Ghostbusters fans, and they're looking at it going, dude, it doesn't look like it's 1-to-1 scale. It looks smaller.
Oh.
It looks tinier. And also, in the original ones, there's a military backpack that the straps are put onto, so that it's easier on your back. They've not put that on it
at all.
The straps just come out of the back of this thing. There's not. There's parts of it that aren't quite right.
Could you imagine walking around with that all night on at a Halloween party? Your back would be aching after it.
Well,
my back used to ache after the one we used to put on for the Ghostbusters
filming.
that you did. Seriously, I'm going to have to track down who's got your stuff, and I tell you, buddy, that drives me crazy. Scott just said, saw this on the virtual library last weekend. We'll take a look at it this weekend. Was it Halloween Fest? Hellfest. There you go.
I remember watching the trailer for that a while ago.
Sean said, did you hear Kevin Smith had a heart attack?
What?
No.
Really?
It's a running joke.
Really?
That one. Actually, can we do that now? Can we do the trailer?
All right.
Ian, who was watching at home, thank you, Ian. Ian sent this to me today and said this could be a cool talk topic on the show. Ginge, have you got it there? The trailer for Clerk.
We're coming up on the foundation upon which my entire life was built.
We would sit around at the Quick Stop and we started noticing these ads for these midnight movies. In the car ride home, you could see this intensity in his eyes.
This is what I've been waiting for my whole life. I want to do this.
There was nobody in film school or any of that could write like him.
It's going to be on my tombstone.
He's not even supposed to be here today.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Everyone got us.
This to the news!
It tapped into the subculture.
When I saw Clerks, it felt like I belong to this.
I was immediately trying to set up the next thing. I got a phone call from the head of the studio. He goes, we're going to make $100 million. He was off by $98 million.
We were in and now we're not.
Kevin has had a lot of ups and downs in his career and a lot of resurrections.
At a certain point, I gave up on Kevin Smith, filmmaker. Maybe it's because the critics were like, he's no filmmaker. I'm like, all right, they're right. But I got to a point where I'm like, I think I'm going to be so much more.
The
podcast, the stage shows, the hosting, making movies.
Carved his own path.
He was able to energize geek culture.
Kevin Smith is the man.
He changed everything.
It's me doing everything that I never imagined I'd wind up doing.
I do actually think like he got where he wanted to be.
Now I just want to be Kevin Smith. I want to be the Kevin Smithiest Kevin Smith I could be from now until the end of time, because that's all they'll remember about me when I'm gone.
Come on, dude. You can't sit back and not love what you just watched.
I'm gonna watch it. Now, when's that coming out? Do you have any idea?
No
idea.
mention
Okay.
of when it's
I
coming
will watch it, but my love for Kevin Smith has definitely died off in the last
So
few
the problem
years.
is you've heard too many horror stories from comic shops.
Comic convention organisers, stuff like that. Not only that, Kevin lost me a couple of years ago when he has become who he used to parody.
Mm-hmm.
The people who used to mock who were in Hollywood, who were shills for everything Hollywood did and stuff, that's what Kevin has now become. And I think that's what lost me. I used to like Kevin the Outsider, who would pull the piss out of Hollywood and go, I'm going to make my own films, do my own thing. He's become Hollywood Kev. Do you know what I mean?
But Clerks 3 is him doing what he wants to do.
Fuck off with Clerks 3. He finished Clerks 2. Oh, you just done that to start me, didn't you?
No, but what I'm saying is you can't get up the guy for doing something he wants to do just because you don't agree.
I can, because he's gone back to the well numerous times instead of going, I can do so much other cool. Fucking Red State was phenomenal, and it was outside the Jay and Silent Bob universe.
Yeah, and made no money.
But it was amazing.
No. But if this shop made no money, you wouldn't be selling comics, would you?
I'm not in Hollywood, right?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you wouldn't.
God damn it, Junes! Don't come at me with your amazing
logic.
Logic, okay? No, do you hear where I'm coming from, though? Right? He's milking the fans now, and just go. He just expects that you and I, lifelong Kevin Smith fans, are going to rock up and see Clerks 3 at the cinema.
And you will.
Fuck it, you know I will. You know I will, Ginge.
Like the whore I am.
I'm a dirty Kevin Smith whore.
And
I actually bought a book the other day. It cost me $100 and something.
And I'm the bitch.
You're the bitch. Have I shown it to you?
No.
Okay, hang on.
It's a Kevin Smith. It's a Kevin Smith movie. Is it? Is it a Kevin Smith book? Who wrote the book? Are you sure about this? $100.
This cost me over $100 Australian.
Holy shit, man!
Right. This is called. Hold that up. Right. I haven't shown you this yet because I'm a little bit ashamed to say I bought it. Because I was disappointed with it. When it was solicited in our previous catalogue, and they said it was the secret of the secret stash, I assumed he meant the store.
Oh, probably shouldn't be showing you that shot.
Well,
that shot.
Probably shouldn't show me that shot. Yeah, don't show me that shot. Okay. Don't show the punters at home. We'll get banned for that shot. Show them the book though, and I will bring it up and talk about it.
There's a book inside.
Dude, there is numerous leaflets, reproductions of call sheets. There's even a packet in there from movies.
Yeah.
Right. So this stuff has all been made. This is why this book was so expensive. Okay.
It's got memorabilia within the memorabilia.
Kevin Smith's Secret Stash, the definitive visual history. Now,
you thought it was all about the shop.
I thought it was about his shop and the history of his shop. I bought it on, and I thought, even then, I thought, geez, that's a bit expensive. But I thought, okay, maybe it's really, really in depth. I don't know. And I bought this book, right? And it cost me over $100 Australian. But I'm happy and I'm a little bit disappointed because they've literally used Blue Tack. The company who made this have used Blue Tack to Blue Tack in script notes and little things. So it actually goes through and it stains the following pages.
Yeah, I can see it.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
They have stapled things. There's like a movies packet in there. Look at that. Like
you can make your own chips.
You can make your own movies chip packet. So this goes through right from Kevin Smith's beginnings when he was at film school.
The artwork does look good,
as a children, it's got all these photos of him as a kid.
It's a quality book, though.
It's a quality book. And then you get to his film student profile. They've actually done a recreation of his Vancouver Film School student profile.
That's cool, man.
As you can see there. Check that on out. So all this stuff is added into the book, and it goes right through to modern day Kev.
And because they've stapled it, it's now got a crease from the staple on the...
Yep, that's what I mean. It's weird that they've done it that way. It's like, imagine doing a diary and adding stuff in yourself.
Mind you, the Back to the Future book that I've got has stuff like that.
Has it?
It does.
Yeah. And
it seems to be what they're doing now.
It goes right through up until the Jane and Silent Bob reboot, right? And it does talk also
Hang on, Kevin Smith had a heart attack?
You didn't know? It's not like he's on Insta or Twitter or Facebook saying about it every week.
You wouldn't have heard about it.
But that is the book I got. And so, yeah, I was a little bit ashamed to show you because I felt like I'd actually wasted my money a little bit.
Well, you never have wasted money on anything before?
Yeah.
Like
I was
booze
gonna
and hookers and
that. That is... this is the thing. This is what I say to you. I'm a Kevin Smith nut. I just went and spent that money buying that book.
Yep.
And even then, I've kind of gone, Now, my love for Kevin Smith has dwindled.
I can understand where you're coming from. You loved the stuff that you saw in previous years, and now it's sort of...
Scott said he shills literally everything. Guy can cry on cue if you hand him a bag of money.
No, hand him a bag of weed.
Bag of weed. Scott, he actually says, look, I hate modern day Smith, but I can totally watch a doco that shows old school
Yes,
Smith.
and I think that's what I'm interested in seeing, because everyone loves a rags to riches type story where the underdog, makes it.
Reese actually said, I used to have a Marvel collection that had the same stuff, like replicas of handouts, political pamphlets with Fantastic Four on them.
Yeah.
I got the same book, Reese. I got a DC one.
Oh, cool.
Same as well, yeah. They're like a longer, wider book, but that there is a well put together book.
It looks well done, yeah.
I just wouldn't have stapled and blue tack stuff into it.
Or paid $100 for it. But you did.
Over 100.
Holy shit! Over
$100.
It was probably $100 US.
I think it cost me.
Oh shit!
I think it cost me.
Don't know. Your wife's listening to this.
She knows. I told her it was coming in.
Oh god!
I said, by the way, I've got a book arriving next week that I ordered for myself, and my wife. God, I love you, honey. She's always like, it's your money, honey. I don't care what you do with it. And I went, it's $165. And she just went, whatever. It's your book, and you know. Yeah, that's why I've been a little bit scared to show you because I knew you'd be like, you fucking what?
You shill.
I know I'm not crying like Kevin does at the drop of a hat.
Holy shit. All right.
Shelley doesn't let me order from Kaboom today because it's too expensive. Reese, we actually are the cheapest around for things like the McFarlane action figures and stuff like that.
They won't be tomorrow.
Dear.
Tomorrow and the next month we need to pay for a book. But
Reese, that's horrible saying where's the word. Oh.
Can I show a couple other things that will be bought out?
He said, let me try that again. I'm not allowed to order from Kaboom because Todd is a meanie.
Oh.
Now that's better. That's true.
Really?
It's because we pick on him because he's from New South Wales.
Can I show you something else that's available for Christmas?
You can show us anything.
It may be available for Christmas, but check this out. These are action figures. They're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universal Monsters mashups.
Oh, who's the manufacturer?
Nika.
We will be able to get those probably.
All right. So we've got Raph as Frankenstein's monster.
Yep.
And Leonardo as Igor.
Igor?
Yeah, it'd be cool to see a couple of those. And also, can I show you this? This is an arcade machine that I would love to check out. It's from a company called Arcade 1UP. All right.
Yep.
After 30 years, a sci-fi action classic has returned. Do you remember the T2 computer game?
You and I
with
played
the
that.
guns?
I'm sure we played that in high school.
Yeah, dude, you can now buy it and have it in your house at home. How cool would that be?
That is awesome.
But they don't use Kickstarter.
Don't they?
You just get on their website and you buy it.
Old school retailing right there.
What the actual hell, man? Look, you got the guns and everything, and yeah.
Should how much they go for? Do you know?
They're not saying. They're not saying. Just order. They're just saying. Just order it. Just order it.
Because I have thought about putting an arcade game in here, like a comic. I know they did a Turtles 1UP.
It's interesting,
and they're not cheap.
It's interesting. That's the same company that Aldi are always selling their merch.
Oh.
So I wonder if in 6 months' time
it'll rock up at Aldi. I keep thinking about putting an arcade game in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, mainly because could you imagine that? I mean, I don't get enough work done during the day as it is.
Like a love tester? You just a hand grip and you go,
show me the love. Seriously though, I would get no work done if I put an arcade.
If there was a love tester?
A love tester, pants around the ankles. That's not how it works. That's what
No. Oh God. We're gonna
I want to talk about some cool thing. Now listen.
We're gonna get taken off the air.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Christmas is just around the corner.
Christmas is just around the corner. Now, we have had Image Comics announced last weekend. Mm-hmm. They're not doing any second prints. They're not doing reprints of things.
No.
Now, they reckon DC and Marvel aren't publicly announcing it, but they are internally saying the same thing. You won't see any second printings. We've seen trades.
It seems like that's going to cut into their margins.
Do you know why, though? Do you know why? Paper shortage. Not just America now. It's spread worldwide.
So there's going to be a point where they're going to go digital only.
No. They're rationalising what they print. They are prioritising what they print. We've already had a list of things each week. There's a list of books that go, oh, by the way, this was meant to come out in 2 weeks' time. It's now been bumped a month and a half.
Wow, shit.
Europe, book publishers in Europe, and I'm not talking comic publishers, I'm talking like novels, books, cookbooks, everything. There's a paper shortage in Europe, so they've gone, look, stock up now if you're a bookshop or a gift shop and you want these books in stock, do it now because we can't guarantee we'll go back to press before Christmas. So there'll be a shortage on these things. So they're telling retailers to stock up. Retailers are in turn telling you, the consumers at home, to make sure you get in early to do your Christmas shopping this year because there is no guarantee that stuff is going to come back in available that we'll be able to turn around and go, hey, we can reorder that for you.
Damn.
No.
Damn.
It's flowing on to packaging.
This is FOMO, dude.
This is
fear of missing out.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to miss out.
I tell you what, it's right down to cardboard packaging, wrapping paper.
What the
There
actual
is a
hell?
shortage worldwide of everything at the moment.
There's these
Rubber.
things called trees that stuff comes from.
I know, but there's not enough of them, and they're
What
not.
the-
They're not.
What happened to recycled paper?
No. Well, that's another thing. They're not recycling paper.
Why aren't they recycling paper?
I don't, because
Why
everyone.
are they-
Bought, you know why? Because everyone panicked and bought bum paper in COVID, and it's taken too much paper out for your bum.
What?
That they can't make it now for books.
You sons of bitch.
You greedy bastards that stocked up on all the bum paper. Now look what you've done. You've caused a shortage of paper that's affecting the comic book industry.
Son of a bitch. Shonny's watching home arcade game. Hit Todd.
What? He said one up, didn't he? I don't know.
Ian said that he bought one from Aldi as well.
$589 retail, picked it up there in clearance section, $200.
Cool, man.
Ian, that's a bargain. That's a bargain.
Scott still fanboying over the T2 machine. Flashbacks to the Cinemas Time Zone in Zone 3.
Oh, Zone 3. Oh, Scott, you've taken us back. You've taken us back.
For people that don't know, Zone 3 was laser tag here in Toowoomba.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Reese actually commented about the bum paper thing. Reese said, "I just use my hand in banana leaves."
Right.
That's what they do in New South Wales. They're weird down there.
Yeah. Well, they got shitty state football teams.
Now they've got shitty hands from wiping
hands.
their bums with banana leaves.
Yeah.
Do you even get bananas in New South Wales? Don't we grow them in Queensland?
And bend them and send them down to them.
Because we're banana benders.
Exactly.
I haven't show. Thank you, sir. My showgirl's off screening. Go, give it to me. Give it to me. This is the last one I got left. I took a punt on these. I got a few of them in. They have sold really well.
One?
This is the only one I got left.
How much is it?
$35. This is a Batman.
How much if I was to buy it?
$35. You fuck! This is a Batman cooler bag. These are not available online.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
Drink holder.
Place that back up and just show how
We've got a can there. Thank you. Off screen, you can put your can in there. Look at that.
Look at that. And then when you're done, it velcros. But you son of a
Velcro's
bitch.
back on. Look at that. That is $35. That is in store only. You must pop in store to buy this.
Holy shit, man!
I've got one left. Pop in and come and see us for that one. Thank you,
Damn.
sir. Now this here is pretty freaking awesome.
Yes.
These are made by Iron Studios. Now Iron Studios, we've talked about their
They
action
make some
figures
amazing stuff.
before, stuff like that. Now these are called their Minico. This is a range that Iron Studios are doing called Minicos, and this is cool. They're bringing out the Joker to go with. This is the little Batman.
Oh, Michael Keaton Batman.
Minico. And see on the back there. Do you see the that's the Batman? See the Joker?
Higher.
Do you see the Joker? That they're that joke never gets old, does it?
No.
The Joker is coming out very soon to go with. You can put these two on a bookshelf. They are a nice compact size.
That'd be cool.
Now the retail on these are normally $70. We're doing them for $60 here. Kaboom, Reese, there you go, because we're cheap here at Kaboom. You can buy that. That, I think, is online at the moment. You can snap that up. Otherwise, pop in and see us in store. That is pretty freaking awesome,
That
though,
is
isn't it?
cool, man. Just in time for
Just
Christmas.
in time. Now, as I said, because we're not doing show, you'll have to check out the Kaboom Comics Toowoomba Facebook page. We put up my darling wife films little videos down here of the weekend,
cool.
and she does it because I'm useless at this stuff. So she
Hang
does
on, you should have just said I'm useless, full stop, and then stop talking.
Should have. I'm useless. My darling wife does a lot of the merchandising and marketing for Kaboom, and so in the lead up to Christmas, she'll be showcasing a lot of cool products that we have in here. But just remember, folks, that if it comes in and it sells out, bye-bye. FOMO, fear of missing out. You've got to get in. And this is not retailers drumming it up, trying to go, hey, let's get in and get Christmas done early.
This is pissing me off because I remember that if you didn't use a VHS to tape a show that was on TV when we were kids, you missed it.
It's
you
that time
never got to see it again.
We have gone back to the 80s, Ginge.
They have
back
missed
to the 80s, back to soul, back to Rocky and Jericho. Oh! I can't sing like the chick out of Aqua. She sings higher than me.
That was pretty high.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. It's because my jeans are sitting uncomfortable downstairs. Anyway, this isn't retailers drumming stuff up trying to get extra sales. This is real. There is a worldwide shortage on paper. There is a shortage on rubber. Now, we have a great customer, and he's got permanent crutches, right?
Yep.
And he was saying this week to me, he has to replace every 2 months on the end of his crutches, the little rubber, the rubber thing on the bottom.
That meets the ground,
right? Yeah. Every about 2.5 months, he has to replace them. Okay. They used to be $4 a set.
Yep.
They are now nearly $20
Holy
a
shit.
set. $19 something a set.
Holy shit.
And they've already said to him, we've got a shortage Australia-wide, and they get made in New Zealand, and the Kiwis haven't got them. They're like, we can't make enough of them because we can't get the rubber.
Holy crap.
So that's why the cost have skyrocketed. Something went from $4 to nearly $20. Like that.
He'll be going to get recycled tyres and just cutting out.
Cut them and glue them on the bottom. Yeah, you'd probably be better off doing that. It might last longer.
Maybe.
Get yourself some Tarzan grip to put on the bottom.
Some Dunlop radials?
There you go. But seriously, I don't think it's sunk in with people yet just how much of a shortage, and I'm not talking.
This is ridiculous.
Not just our industry. This is every industry. Building supplies, metal, steel. There's a shortage on steel.
Is it like what the fuel companies are doing at the moment? Because the fuel companies are going, oh no, we're not turning off the tap. There's just a fuel shortage.
Yeah, but you never trust a fuel company.
The fuel companies are actually limiting the amount of fuel.
The supply. Yeah. No, that's not happening here. This is literally, we can't get shit. Shit is made in China and places like that. It has to go on boats, has to go on containers. Guess where all the containers are?
Stuck in Panama?
No, not on the side.
Trying to get into the...
They are stuck in transit, or they are stuck in LA, Melbourne. There's yards just stacked 5 high of like frigging containers, right? Because no one can get them back to China. So now all the steel's gone into making new containers to ship products out. There's this, it's this snake.
It's a vicious cycle.
It is, Jim.
It's a vicious cycle.
And that's what we're saying to people. Don't leave Christmas to the last minute this year, folks. You'll be sorry.
Oh, shit.
What else you got for us? We must be near the end of the point.
We're starting.
It's the point end of the show.
I just quickly.
You didn't tell us your favourite. Okay, we're going to do it now. Favourite Halloween horror flicks. Mine is the Amityville Horror remake with Melissa George and
Ryan Reynolds with a beard.
Yep. Off screen. Dan, what's your favourite horror?
Dale and Tucker.
Dale and Tucker
versus Evil.
Good choice.
Yes.
Dale and Tucker. Ginge?
The Sesame Street movie where Big Bird gets kidnapped.
Is that because your brother cried?
He cried every time we watched this fucking movie. He cried. There's a scene in it where Big Bird is stuck in a giant fucking cage, and they use a blue light, right? And then Big Bird looks like a big blue bird, and he's singing this song about being blue, and Big Bird cries, and my brother cried so much so that my dad took the tape and wiped it so that we couldn't watch that movie ever again.
All because your brother crying.
Not just crying.
He really loved Big Bird.
He was full on having meltdowns watching this. It wasn't just, it was, yes, every time.
Does your brother watch the show?
No.
Thank God he doesn't. Miles, g'day if you ever do tune in.
Don't let him know about this.
I'm going to text that to him now. I'm going to, hey Miles, your brother pulled the piss out of you.
He'll be like, you fuck, I bought you the Batwing that is made out of Lego for your birthday this year, and this is how you return it? Reese, stop watching altogether. How dare you?
Sean said The Exorcist is his favourite film. Ian said the Evil Dead series.
Reese said the Ben Affleck Daredevil film.
I will kill you, Reese. I will kill you,
Stop
Reese.
watching this. New South
When the
Wales-
border's open, I'm coming down to bitch slap you in Armadale.
Yeah.
Ian said love Bruce Campbell as an actor. Yeah, we all do. He's great, isn't he?
He's got a new movie out as well.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell's got a new movie out at the moment too.
Scott said my sister is here. She says the Alien series, probably second more than the others. Second Alien movie. Yeah, would you be up with that?
Aliens, yeah, the one that James.
My darling wife, if she's watching at home,
Cameron?
she doesn't do horror much, but Halloween movie. Choose one and tell me. That way I can get you to watch it on the weekend.
What? Don't incriminate herself.
Now, oh shit, this is what I was going to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I watched last night, the movies that made us.
Right? Yep.
Now, I learnt something really interesting last night.
Okay.
Now, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
I've never actually watched it.
Neither have I.
Have you?
I've seen clips and I've seen makings of.
Yeah, I
but I've
know
never
the
watched
general
it.
story. Okay, have you watched it? Never seen it? There's a ton of people our age who have not...
It wasn't... I was above the age specification.
Anyway, so I watched the thing of it, right? Now, it came out, 93, I want to say, I think. Now, interesting thing is, it's Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, and I've always just gone, it's a Tim Burton film. Do you know he had... 93, thank you. He had sweet fuck all to do with the actual shooting of it and everything else.
Yeah.
Right? Now, he came up, he was a young animator at Disney, right?
Yep.
And he was always seen as a bit of an outsider, a bit of an oddbod, right?
Yep.
Which is, that's not saying much when it comes to Tim Burton, because, I mean, look at him, he's a fucking oddbod. But, anyway, he pitched to the higher-ups his thing of this concept of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
And they just kind of, imagine the Disney higher-ups, hi, Tim, pitch us your idea. And then he does that, and then they're just sitting there going... Right, so they've just gone, okay.
Thanks, Tim.
But because he pitched it while working at Disney to Disney higher-ups, it's considered a Disney idea. So it gets in the vault.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yep.
He goes off, he leaves Disney, he goes off and he does Pee Wee Herman's fucking movie.
Big Adventure.
Big Adventure. He does Edward Scissorhands.
He does a little-known movie for Warner Brothers
called
Batman '89.
I was going to say Beetlejuice. And then he does Batman 8, gets handed back. Now, by the time he hits Batman 89, he's Hollywood golden child.
He's the hit, moneymaker. Yeah,
he is, right? So suddenly, and because Warner Brothers have just gone to make the next Batman film, right? So he's then turned around and it's playing on his mind. He goes, I really want to do it. So he goes to Disney, will you let me do that movie or give me the rights back? And Disney are like, we're not stupid. You make money. You come here. Well, yeah, Tim, you can do what you want. You can make the film. So he kind of pulls in a whole bunch of people that he used to work with there at Disney, like an animator and a sculptor and stuff. And he says, "Do you guys?" And they went, "Yeah, cool. We're not doing it in Hollywood. We're going to go up to San Francisco, up to the Bay Area, right?"
Yep.
So they were doing it up there. They started, and in the meantime, he's doing Batman Returns. So he's busy as right. So he wasn't hands on. They started animating without a script. Like they started doing the thing. Because it was going to be, well, it is a bit of a musical, right?
Yep.
So, and I didn't know this about Danny Elfman. Danny Elfman was the lead singer of a band called Oingo Boingo.
Oingo Boingo,
right?
Yeah, he's the guy that does the theme song for Weird Science. That's Danny
really?
Elfman.
I didn't know that, right? I
Weird
didn't know that.
Science.
Okay, so anyway,
You didn't know he did.
No.
He was the lead singer of Oingo Boingo.
No.
Oh God.
Tim Burton is a massive fan. So Tim Burton got him to do the music for, I think it was
Pee-wee, Beetlejuice.
Yeah. So he
Batman.
did. And so he started becoming Tim's go-to guy.
Yep.
So Tim just says to me, he goes, I want to do this thing. I showed him all the concept sketches and everything else. He goes, I want you to do this and I want you to do the songs for it. And he goes, I've never done a musical. And he goes, oh, you'll be right. No,
you'll be right.
Yeah, you'll be right.
Come on.
Look what I do to you. Did you need this? And you're like, I've never done
You're
that.
like, dude, we're going to stream the podcast. We're going to what now?
Yeah. And I'm like, you'll be right.
You'll be right. You'll figure out how to do it.
That's what Tim Burton's done, right? So he's done this to him.
Okay.
So Danny Elfman's gone off and he's starting to write all the songs.
Yep.
So he sent them, because the animators, the guys who do the stop motion animation, are sitting there in San Francisco going, what the fuck are we doing? We've got the designs, we're not going to shoot this fucking thing. So Danny Elfman's gone, here's the tracks, like, here's the roughs. And they've gone, thank fuck, we can now animate. So they start shooting.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Tim's busy doing Batman Returns. So they're just sending him dailies and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, that's cool. And he would literally write one word back, like, awesome. And that's all that feedback they get from him.
Well, at least it wasn't bad.
Well, sometimes it was, but no. Because he called down one of the guys, I think he's Australian, it was like a set designer or something like that, and they called him, he's flown down to LA to meet with Tim during production, and Tim's just looked at the first, because there's a Christmas thing in it, so it's very bright, and they went, we want to kind of base that on the old, your Hallmark greeting cards, very bright, very Christmassy. But then, so they've kind of continued, not all the colours, but they've made Halloweenville a little bit, or Halloween Town, whatever it's called, a little bit the same. And Tim Burton's just freaked out and he goes, here's the rule, right? There is no right angles to be had, so if you were to run your hand across the top of the sets, you would cut your hand to pieces because it's all sharp, jagged angles. Second rule, black, white, orange. That is it for colours for Halloweenville. Okay. So this guy's sitting there going, okay, Tim, gone back, gone, fuck, we've got to film this in black, white, orange, the rest of it, right? That's the colour palette. So that's what they did. They did muted tones of yellows, oranges, and of course black and white, and grey. So
well, it's Halloween.
In the meantime, Danny Elfman, there's not even a proper script. He's just written the songs going,
yeah, he's just pumping out going, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
Boom, Halloween. Genius! Send it off, right? Anyway, so
that's one song done.
He's got to a point where, because his girlfriend at the time, because they had a script writer, right? The guy who worked on, I think, Beetlejuice with him, who had written the script for Beetlejuice. So Tim's gone, I like him, we'll get him. He's blown his money and written up, he's blown it up his nose. He had a cocaine addiction. He has not actually, no alleged about it. He blew they literally said he sucked the money up his nose.
Oh, God.
And he's not written the script. They go, fuck, we need a script. So the chick that Danny Elfman was living with, his girlfriend, she's in the other room. He's showing her all the tunes and the lyrics, and she's got to listen to him and go, yeah, Danny, that's really good.
When are you going to do another weird science type song?
Turns out she's a scriptwriter because she helped write Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, okay.
For Tim, but they had a bit of a falling out.
Right.
So she's gone, I'll pitch it to Tim, and he's gone, yeah, you can write the script. So so Danny's in one room doing the music.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
All right, she's in the other room going, and then Jack Skellington does this.
Right.
So they then finally get a script on board, right? And they said the animators are working separate to Hollywood. They're up in the Bay doing their own thing, right? And they are making the guy, I can't think of his name, who was like the lead animator and everything else. He's making decisions on the fly. He's going, we've got to make it. This is going to do this, blah blah blah. Because Tim Burton, he's fucking in LA working on Batman. He's just like, yeah, cool, right, back to Batman. Doing his shit, right? So it gets to the end, they get to the voice part, and then and Danny Elfman's going, hey Tim, I really want to do Jack Skellington because I've sung all the songs, I've sent the masters now off, and then I don't want to have to re-record them. And he's like, yeah, cool, you do Jack Skellington, which worked fine for the singing. And then when they started animating, the others have gone, he's a bit stagnant for the voice role. He's good with the singing, it's great. So they had to bring in Chris Sarandon, Susan Sarandon's brother.
They got another guy to voice the character.
He voiced Jack, but Danny Elfman actually sings the Jack lines and all the songs. But anyway, so it comes out, and well, it doesn't come out. Disney do a test screening.
Right.
And they thought this is going to be a kids' film. No. Right? So they get a bunch of kids watch it, and a bunch of kids are like, oh, what the fuck's going on? This is weird. So that's when Disney's gone, oh, this can't be a kids' film.
Well, it can't be an adult's film either.
No, but they went, right, teenagers love Beetlejuice. Teenagers love Edward Scissorhands. And they love Tim Burton's weirdness. So they just went, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, right? And out it came.
Okay. Right.
Which pissed a lot of these other guys off because they've gone, Tim,
he came up with the idea.
He came up with the idea. He didn't write the script. He didn't write the music. Fuck, he didn't even really visit the fucking thing.
He didn't animate the characters
at all
doing anything.
No. He threw the odd hissy fit, would kick his fucking Doc Martin through the wall and go, I hate that, cut it out. In LA, not in fucking San Francisco. Yet everyone goes, oh, Tim Burton, Nightmare Before. Oh, Tim Burton's a genius, Nightmare Before Christmas. He did fuck all.
I think it was a bit of a cop-out to go to San Francisco, because they would have went to San Francisco because they always have earthquakes, because that would help with the animation, because it'd be moving, and they'd be, how the fuck did they get the
Just
sets?
leave the camera running overnight.
All of a sudden there's stuff moving
all
around.
by themselves.
I'm like, how did they do? There was some guy up the back moving that all the way. No,
Hello, Aaron, who's tuned in, by the way. Good to see you, Aaron.
not Man Before Christmas. You remember Jack Skellington?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, and where's Timmy?
And there's Timmy there.
What a crock of shit! He was never.
He wasn't there.
Promo photos for him. That's all that is.
You fuck. He wasn't there.
Seriously, it changed my opinion. Watching it, I went, Tim Burton's a bit of a twat.
Hey, Tim Burton's your new.
It's more new Kevin Smith. The list is growing.
God.
But seriously though, I've never watched it. We're going to watch it this weekend. The wife and I, because we both went, we probably should watch that.
Probably should watch it.
But you know,
you should watch Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas.
It came out, and it wasn't a huge hit.
Oh,
right?
Oh.
No, it wasn't. It was,
It's definitely endured in the pop culture.
It became a cult hit, and it was Tim and someone else were in Japan for a whole different thing.
Right.
And they walked in these shops, and suddenly all these shops in Japan were selling Nightmare Before Christmas dolls, statues.
Cool.
And he's like, "What the fuck? Like, what are they making all this for?" Because obviously Disney own all that,
The rights.
Right? So the mouse machine was just going, make the money off it, right? And so it's endured ever since then. There's actually cities around the world who, as part of their Christmas displays, have Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington and Sally walking through the thing. Like they've embraced it as part of Christmas and all this kind of thing, right? So it's become this cult hit after the fact. It never was at the beginning.
Or because Disney were whores for money.
Yeah, dirty whores, money whores. Dirty. I can't say that because we'll get a cease and desist from Disney for kick on.
Yeah, we've been saying Meta a lot tonight.
Sean said, "Don't bother. It's boring." Sean, seriously, is it that bad of a film? We were going to watch it this weekend. We thought it's that film that bridges Halloween this weekend, and then November is traditionally you start gearing up for Christmas.
Well,
we thought it bridges the gap. But are you saying is it shit? You've never watched it yourself?
I've never watched it myself. No, I've watched a lot of behind the scenes, making ofs, and stuff like that. But
Reese has mentioned very niche, even in a Blink 182 song. Mate, I actually literally play that song all the time. Nearly every week I play that Blink 182 song. I was singing it in the shower the other night.
All the Small Things.
No.
Oh,
yeah, I played that while I'm in the shower, Jidge. Well done.
That was funny as fuck.
I'll be looking for a new. Stop cheersing him off camera. I will be looking for a new co-host for Geek Speak next year.
God.
You bitch. Sean said I watched it at the height of my Burton fandom. Stopped watching most of his crap soon after. Reese said I miss you too. Ian Larkin said it's not that bad. So
if you're going to watch a Halloween movie, maybe you should watch Sleepy Hollow.
I love
Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow.
That's a great
film. Movie.
I watched Edward Scissorhands for the first time right the way through earlier this year. Can't say I loved it.
It's a bit trippy. Yeah,
it's a bit trippy. I hated Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I hated that with a passion.
What about From Hell?
Good film. Is that Tim Burton?
It's not Tim Burton, but
it's not Tim Burton,
but it's Halloweenish slash.
Oh, it's a good film.
It's got Johnny Depp.
Of course it's good. And Heather Graham.
Yeah,
fuck.
It's a great movie.
Heather. Heather.
Are we getting back to
Heather?
Are we getting back to Austin Powers now? with Heather Graham?
She was too.
Yeah.
Christian Slater with his orange sherbet.
I bought your orange sherbet. Thank you very much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen.
Laura said, still haven't seen Edward Scissorhands. Laura, we watched it earlier this year. It's a bit mad.
And it's interesting that the bully in it is the kid from Weird Science.
Yes.
So it's
do you know, here's something interesting for you, right?
Will they think it's interesting?
Well, in that thing I watched, right? The reason that lady who ended up writing the script for Nightmare Before Christmas and who had written Edward Scissorhands, the reason she had a falling out with Tim Burton was she was on set when they were filming Edward Scissorhands.
Right.
And Johnny Depp and is it Alan Arkin who was in that film? Alan Arkin, I'm sure it was.
Okay.
They kept coming up to her going, can you give us direction about the character? You wrote the characters. Tim barely talks to us. We don't know. He hasn't given us any direction. So she was seen talking with these actors going, oh, this is how I wrote the character. This is what I thought the character was. Which apparently, and she said, I didn't know that's a no-no. Apparently the writers don't talk to the actors on the thing because the director's like, don't influence the actor. I tell the actor what to do, not you. And so that's why her and Tim
stay in your lane.
Yeah, pretty much. And she didn't know. And she said they were coming up to me going, Tim's not talking to us. I'm not getting the character. How did you write the character? What was in your mind?
Yeah.
She said, I was just answering questions, and that's why Tim got the shits with her, and that's why they had the falling out.
I find that a bit shitty.
What?
That kind of attitude.
I say it changed my opinion of Tim Burton a lot. And I also before I watched that one, I watched one on the making of Coming to America. And oh boy, is John Landis a dick.
Oh, dude. The Twilight Zone movie.
Oh, yeah.
He's a dick. He's a dick. He's a dick.
Oh, big time. And even in this, when they interview him, you know how they actually pull the piss out of him a bit in the way it's shot.
Yep.
Because you know how every director they interview always says, my name is such and such and I directed blah.
Yep.
And he's there going, do you ask other directors to do this? Everyone knows who I am. Why should I have to say this? And so they finally get him to say it at the end of the episode, and they're like, how hard was that, John? Like, they literally pull the piss out of him in the episode.
Why have that kind of attitude?
He's got a bad attitude.
You know what? You should have got in front of the camera and, hi, I'm John Landis, and because of my actions, I killed 3 people on my movie set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a wank.
He's a
him and
Dan, our offsider here just went, he did what?
Yeah.
Okay, Dan, hop on YouTube, type in John Landis Twilight Zone movie.
Yeah.
You will go down a rabbit hole that you won't believe.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, the making of Coming to America was quite interesting too. Because what's the guy, Falsey, who was his right-hand man who did all the films with him? Shit. Anyway, they worked together. He was his producer on all those films.
Right.
Coming to America was the last film he did with John Landis. Because he said it got that awkward when he'd make a suggestion to Landis and he'd say, because there's the bum that Eddie Murphy gives all the money to, the 2 bums, right?
Yep.
Falsey had suggested that should be the 2 guys from the end of Trading Places who lost all their money.
Yes.
Right? And Landis blew up. Don't ever suggest it. You suggest that one more time, you're done. You're fired. Now, these guys had worked together on so many films. Blues Brothers, Trading Places, for everything. They'd worked together on the Twilight Zone film. Right? And they were like you and me.
Yeah.
Right? But John Landis...
But talented.
John Landis just turned to Falsey and just went, don't do it again.
Stay in your fucking lane.
Yeah, so he just went, I'm not going to fucking bother. So he was in New York. Well, they were filming in Queens. He was in New York himself doing all the editing and producing and stuff. And eventually he came to him like months later and he goes, what are we going to do about these bums in the scene? He goes, I've already told you, John, what my suggestion was. You told me not to mention it to you. I'll ring Eddie and see what he thinks. If he likes it, we'll do it. Of course, Eddie Murphy went, that's fantastic.
That's
one of the earliest crossovers between films before Marvel ever did any of that shit.
Exactly.
Because remember the line in it when he gives them all the money and he turns to old mate, he goes, Mortimer, we're back.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone remembers that scene.
Everyone remembers it. But John Landis, no, that shit, don't you mention it again or you're sacked, right? And so eventually they did it. And that's why at the end of that film, when they were done and dusted, Falsey went, that's it.
Yeah.
And he even says, I regret that we've never done anything together since. We had a good working relationship. But at the time, I went, this is not good for me, and I've had enough.
He probably doesn't look back and regret with Blues Brothers 2000, though.
Oh, probably. No, he didn't. No, I don't think they worked together on that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's no regret.
No.
He's like, I had nothing to do with that, dude. But
good soundtrack.
I've got a soft spot for the soundtrack.
I was playing that the other night, actually, the soundtrack. Anyway, that ended their working relationship. Like, John Landis is a fucking prick.
Wow.
And then even in the interview there where his wife, Deborah Noodleman or whatever, she was the set designer. Okay. I didn't know they were married. I didn't know that's his wife.
Right.
She's doing the interview. John Landis is off camera. Oh, no, you did this instead. And she actually turns in this show and goes, oh, thanks for reminding me. Thanks for talking off camera in my interview. You're like, why are you married to him? Divorce the prick.
Oh, God.
John Landis, what a douche.
Thanks for mansplaining to your wife.
She's the fucking designer, and he's like, oh, that's not the way, you designed it this way instead. Like, yeah, well done, buddy.
Interesting.
Well done.
Hey, quickly before we go, we got to mention the fact that Brendan Fraser's been cast as the Firefly.
Yes,
in the new Batgirl movie.
Yes. Now,
I always liked the artwork of the Firefly when he was like that.
Yeah.
I can't see Brendan Fraser dressed like
you're not
that.
about to fat shame Brendan Fraser.
Look. No, but I do remember buying a Batman comic in the 90s where Firefly was a portly gentleman.
He wasn't super portly. It was just the way that artist drew him.
Well,
and that wouldn't have been Graham Nolan. Graham Nolan drew him like what you saw there before.
Because I remember there was a run where, Firefly was a portly gentleman. He was unemployed. Yeah. I'm thinking, well, maybe that's how they're going to.
I hope not. But I like Brendan Fraser. He's a
Yes,
cool
I'm
actor.
glad he's doing movies
He's cool.
again. I'm glad he's doing movies again.
Before
Before we go, maybe we should get a couple last Halloween films that we need to watch.
spit out some other Halloween recommendations for the weekend. Not that this guy here will watch it because he's a big scaredy cat.
That's not fair.
It's truly fair. It is truly fair. What other Halloween films do you like? Have you watched, what's the one with the little kid in the Hessian sack with the lollipop?
God,
no. Sam, what's that in? Can someone tell me what that, what is a bunch of short little films and he's the little guy, he's like a little demon running around in this Hessian sack.
This sounds like the worst movie of all
it's
worst movies.
awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Who was it?
Swamp Thing?
No,
Ghost
it's
Rider?
not that.
Blade?
It's not that.
Reese?
No, not The Grudge. Reese, stop commenting. Give someone else a chance. Come on, guys. No, yeah, Sean.
Blair Witch Project.
Can
Okay,
someone
yes.
tell me who that little character is with the lollipop and the Hessian bag and the little pajamas kind of thing running around? What horror film was that?
And it wasn't Chucky.
It's not Chucky. It's one of the others. Is it Jeepers Creepers? It's not Jeepers Creepers, is it?
The Jeepers Creepers is an interesting movie.
That wasn't him with the little guy. Sam,
don't think-
I'm sure his name was Sam, and he's got the little. He just pops up behind. It's like fucking scary, and I love it. I love it.
Oh God!
I like Trick or Treat. That's it. Trick or Treat. Thank you.
I'm not
Ian.
watching that. That sounds
geez,
bad.
That's you. No, watch
That
it.
sounds bad.
Watch it. Yeah, Scott said Trick or Treat. That's the one. Thank you, guys.
Oh, God.
You've got to watch that one. That is phenomenal. It's about 3 or 4 short stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of tie together, I think. But anyway, that one there, Sam from Trick or Treat. You've
No,
gotta watch
that sounds so fucking bad.
You will shit your pants. That's how good
Reese
that
is like Jeepers Creepers was like the Scarecrow. Well, kind of ish. Yeah.
Joe actually said, yeah, Sam from Trick or Treat. Thank you, Joe. Trying to get him to watch it because he's a big scaredy cat.
Piss off. Sounds fucking terrible. I remember watching Blair Witch Project and thinking, whoa, that's freaky as fuck. Because of that last scene with the bloke in the corner of the, and she comes running in.
Did you ever watch The Ring?
No.
Where it comes out of the TV? And,
No.
Man, my sister and I
That's
watched
gonna
that
ruin
together.
my television watching habits. Nothing can affect that.
My sister and I watched that back when it first came out. My sister Katie loves horror films big time. Her kids, the 2 girls are big horror fans.
Yeah.
The 2 boys, her 2 sons, are big sooks like you.
Okay.
Big sooks, man.
I enjoyed the original Conjuring movies.
Did you?
And
Like that?
you know the Australian guys doing those movies because it was more psychological. It's not blood.
I
and
like
guts.
old school horror. I don't like gore like Saw and all those kind of ones.
Yep.
I don't do that where it's just pure blood and guts.
Yep.
I can watch them, but I don't love them. I like old school, scary. You know, the Freddy, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Hang on, was he milking a cow?
I'm not milking a cow. It's a knife. Stab it. I'm going to stab you in a minute. Anyway, is anyone actually anyone going trick or treating this weekend?
Reese just said the Scooby Doo movies. They were pretty scary.
Well, they weren't bad for their time.
Pretty
Rowan
scary.
Atkinson is a bad guy.
He was
wasn't
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you meddling
You
kids.
meddling kids.
Yeah.
Is anyone going trick or treating on the weekend? Does anyone do that? I know some neighbourhoods do.
Jake was saying that everyone that comes to his door gets a boo bag.
A boo bag.
Boo.
I
Bag.
love that. I did it a couple of years ago. I'm in a gated complex now, so the little fuckers can't get through the gates to come and get lollies.
Yeah, with a little Hessian bag and a lollipop.
Would you like a lolly?
Aaron, Monster Squad. Yes, dude. Yes, Monster Squad.
You've got him, Aaron.
You
He
have
loves
to
that
watch-
one.
Monster Squad is all the Universal monsters in one movie.
That's cool.
Yes.
That is cool.
Yes.
But no,
it's the better movie. If you want to watch Goonies, go watch Goonies. This is better.
Have you ever had people knock on the door asking doing the trick or
Yeah,
treat?
but I didn't answer the door.
Did you?
Yeah.
I did it. Shit, we're going back quite a few years now. I did it. I used to do lolly bags up, and I'd give them away. If people come to the door, I'd give them out to kids. Our neighbourhood, there was a number of families.
Yeah,
with
but
kids
you
that used to
need
do it.
to stop putting meth in it, dude.
That's a dirty, vicious rumour, Ginge. Dirty, vicious.
You can't just call it MDMA and give it to kids. Just because they don't know it as
My children, I don't care what
You're
they
like,
get up to.
you're like, in my day it was called ecstasy, but now it's MDMA.
we call that goey powder. But anyway, no, seriously, I think if not where we are now, obviously, but if we had a house in a neighbourhood and it was a bunch of families wanted it, because there are neighbourhoods where families will, they'll, in the weeks leading up, they'll go, hey, who's nominating, whose house, they'll put a special thing out, put the pumpkin on your mailbox, and we know to come to that house, bring the kids around dressed up, and the whole neighbourhoods get into it. And there's people, you teach the kids, you go, if that doesn't have the thing on the door or whatever, then
You don't go to that one,
You
yeah.
don't go to that one. You don't go bugging old people who sit in there going, "Fuck off!"
That's Old Man Bailey.
Old Man Bailey.
Old Man
Old
Bailey.
Man Schonfeld, who's watching the show right now.
Reece, you said, what's the name of that movie with Keanu Reeves in it? Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Where he does a busted-ass English accent.
Not that shitty one with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt in it.
Interview with a Vampire.
That's not scary.
Did you ever see that Invisible Man with Kevin Bacon?
Not the rapey one.
Yeah, it was
No,
rapey.
I haven't watched that.
Yeah, it was a bit rapey.
No, I don't want to watch that one.
Yeah, it was.
Ian said he has done his garden up for Halloween. Ian, you might have to take some photos.
Send
and
us some
post in the
photos,
comments.
man, and we'll put it on the Facebook page.
Yeah, that's it. Ian wants people going around to his house. He might suddenly get a whole ton of people rocking up going, Ian, we watch you on Geek Speak, give us lollies.
It's interesting because I went to a haunt that's in Toowoomba where you can go and
A what?
An actual haunt. They've set up in their house where you can go through the
Haunted
maze.
house?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, and they've got people that are dress up, actors that'll
What's
dress
the
up.
address?
It's on the corner of Taylor Street and McGregor Street. Right on the T
Where's
junction.
McGregor Street? I've lived here all my life.
So you know where the McDonald's and Hungry Jack's are? On Bridge Street?
Yeah.
Drive up that road.
Taylor. Oh, yeah.
Up to Taylor Street.
Yeah,
right up the corner.
yeah.
Right
Up to Cholesterol Corner, as
Yeah.
we locals call it.
Yeah, so go up the opposite end
Up the
to
opposite
Taylor
end.
Street.
Thank you. I've got it backwards, haven't I? Yeah, up the other end.
Yeah.
Not Cholesterol Corner, the other opposite end. Healthy Corner.
And the lady's been doing it for 15 years.
Really?
And I didn't know this. And every year, if you give a $1 donation, she'll give it to the hospital foundation. So
That's
good
what
on
I
her.
love. That's to help out all the people who have a heart attack when they come into the hall.
So on Sunday night, if you want to go to an actual haunt in Toowoomba, the corner of Taylor Street and McGregor Street.
That's a whole different scare. Thank you to our producer here off screen. He said, whatever you do, don't stop at the Captain Cook toilets. It's a whole different
Whoa,
scare.
that was fucking scary, mate.
You'll never
We
run
could
as quick
talk
again.
about Smiling Jack. Now, there's a horror movie that needs
That's
to be made.
That's a local horror thing. Never walk through Queen's Park here in Toowoomba City of a night time because Smiling Jack will get you.
And
I know they demolished, but they're haunted because they demolished the old toilets where Smiling Jack used to prey on
Frequent,
people,
yeah.
right? And they've built new toilets, but everyone's going, oh no, that means the curse of Smiling Jack's gone.
No, it's worse. It's worse now.
He's angry because they demolished his old toilets.
Yes,
That's what it
I
is.
would be.
The Ballad of Smiling Jack.
Oh God!
Um,
Anyone that doesn't know about Smiling Jack, you might have to come and talk to us in person. We can't do it on the show.
That's right. There you go. Look, people have nailed some great films there. That's awesome. Now, thank you everyone for tuning in this season and watching
Yes.
Geek Speak Live. We will advertise probably a week or so before the Christmas special. We'll give you a bit of a build-up. We'll do a few posts.
Mm-hmm.
We might even do a couple of live little video reminders of us together going, hey, next week we're doing the Christmas special.
And
we haven't got a date for it yet, so we'll work on that.
And hopefully we'll be able to Skype into people into the show
And
so
talk to
that
you.
they can talk here on the show. And
To other fans.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. We might try and set that up for the Christmas special. But ladies and gentlemen, 2021, Geek Speak 2021, thank you all for joining us.
thank you.
It's been a pleasure doing a show most Friday nights to you, and we hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed live casting with this guy here, my best buddy, Ginge. This guy's an absolute gentleman and a scholar. Thank you, buddy, for such a great show.
Oh shucks!
You've done well this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, the hostess with the mostest.
Who? Oh, me.
Oh.
Todd Bailey. Thank
Yeah.
you, Ginge. Thank you.
Thank you for always pushing us to
Thank you,
do our
Dan,
best.
my mixologist off camera. Thank you to Danielle, our off-site executive producer, who was a moderator, who has pulled me in the line multiple times. She actually did send a message through before going, stop drinking.
and stop talking.
No, she did. She did that before.
And we've also got to thank the lovely people of Kaboom Comics.
Yes, thank you, Kaboom Comics. We film here every week, downtown Toowoomba CBD. Kaboom Comics, www.kaboomcomicsaustralia.com for all your cool, geeky needs. These guys will look after you, including me. I'm one of the main guys here. Address 345A Ruffin Street, Toowoomba in the CBD.
Oh, well done.
I'm sober. I can do that, so I'm sober. But thank you all for tuning in week after week. We hope
Yes.
you've enjoyed the show.
Thank you to you for tuning in. Because
You.
without you, this...
The guy in the back.
Yeah, not you. No, behind you.
Behind you, that lady. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you sitting there with no clothes on.
We see you.
Oh,
Put something on.
I'm glad you've been doing that though. I appreciate it.
Geek Speak
I really
Live.
appreciate it.
Where else would you be on a Friday night?
Exactly right.
We've had a blast. Hope you've had a blast. Keep an eye out for the Christmas special. We'll be advertising it in the lead up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And as we say every week, stay geeky.
Bye.
Bye-bye.